Chapter. It's Christy
and Silvia time.
Welcome to the PAKCST,
Episode 1,
with our special guest,
our sister, Roseae. Yay! Our first episode.
Episode 1. Oh my gosh.
And Dolly.
Okay.
And Dolly.
Dolly wanted to join us today. Anyway, let's get started. Actually, I need a sip of coffee.
Cheers. Cheers to the first episode.
First official episode of the PAKCST. We are thirsty.
We're starting, and guys, we actually said in the pilot episode, if you haven't checked it out yet, we have a pilot episode, a visual podcast episode where we had this set up, and we got it back again.
Yeah, we were talking about how sad it was that it would never look this cute, but we figured out something.
You made it cute. Yeah.
Anyway, I am going to be using my laptop.
Okay, girl. Yeah. So you're guest number 1. I'm the first. You're the first guest.
Official guest of the PAKCST.
And sadly, she won't be here for the rest of them, but
I'll never be here again for this.
But
girl,
it's good.
I'm kidding.
We're actually filming this during the holidays, so we're all together right now, and this was the perfect opportunity to get her in here.
And of course, I'm the first guest.
Yes, she has to be the first.
I'm part of the pack. They're not packs without me.
If she was a part of this podcast,
guess you
it
are.
would be the PAKCST.
What?
Crest.
Yeah. So Christy,
Roseae,
Silvia. That would have worked.
So if I ever decide that I'm gonna just wiggle my way into this, then it's the crest.
The PAKCST. But anyway, welcome to the PAKCST episode 1.
Yeah, and we said that one of the things that we hope for this podcast is that we want to definitely interview more guests.
Mm-hmm.
So we are actually going to start off by interviewing our sister.
Yes.
And just gonna, we're just gonna chill, have a cup of coffee, and just answer some questions and get to know you better. Because I just feel like this is a great episode to dive into kind of who we are as sisters and individuals. Because, at the end of the day, we're just known as reactors that scream about music
so
videos.
It's gonna be nice because this is episode 1 and you're gonna get to know all 3 of us. It's gonna be very fun. We're actually triplets, so
actually. But anyway, okay, so I actually wanted to ask you this. What did you think when we first told you about us making this podcast?
Me? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, you. No, me.
Yeah, what did you think?
I thought, cool.
I thought cool.
Well, I guess I wasn't surprised.
Oh, yeah.
Because you guys basically have podcasts in some of your videos.
Yeah.
Like there's certain segments that are just like you guys like are rambling on, not rambling, but kind of. And like we're just like talking about stuff that are obviously related to the videos you're making, but then sometimes you'll talk about other things and then you're like, oh, we're getting so sidetracked, and then it's like a very natural leeway into starting a podcast.
True.
And then like the things that we all 3 of us talk about anyway, even outside of like videos and filming, are kind of like we've talked about it before, that we're like, oh, so I wish someone could record us and see how stupid we're being, or like
I know,
like
that's
stuff like
like
that. Yeah.
Right.
We've said that before, where we're like, we just keep talking and I don't know.
So you thought it was a good idea?
Yeah.
Like you weren't like, ooh, why the hell are you doing this?
No.
Okay.
I
that's
thought
good to know.
Yeah. We actually showed Roseae the pilot episode this morning, so she got a chance to watch that. How was it? She was giving us some constructive criticism, and we really needed her because I don't know if a lot of you know, but she's actually the middle sister, and she's like our center. She balances us a lot, so we needed your input. How was our pilot?
Yes. Honest opinions about our pilot.
So the first
you guys
thing I said was, I'm so glad you guys took notes to like organize. I obviously don't have any notes. This is blank. But
we gave her a little notebook.
In case I want to write down things and don't forget. Which was also my idea. Anyways, but for when I was watching the pilot episode, I said I'm glad you guys wrote notes to keep on track, because when the 3 of us talk, or any 2 combination or 3 of us, we usually talk like this, and then we never finish any stories, because whatever someone says, it starts to remind the other person of something else that's kind of related but not really, and we go all over the place.
We cut each other off.
So the notes were good for that. And then something that I said that was like constructive criticism was not cutting each other off as much because the three of us do that all the time.
Yeah.
And I was watching it, and then one of them would be starting a story and the other one would cut them off and try to listen and not cut each other off, but then the story ends and they never went back to it.
Yeah.
Okay. So how was like the feel of it though? Like
that
was your first look into the podcast?
It was so cute. It looked very professional.
Peek. You got a sneak peek.
I will say, I was surprised at how like professional looking
Really?
it looked. Yeah.
You know what? We surprised ourselves. Like we really. I said in the episode, I was like, I'm actually proud of us.
It looked really good.
Yay! I'm happy. We were nervous to show her.
I could see why you were sad to lose that set.
But we got it back kind of.
We recreated it somewhat.
Yeah. So I mean, the two of us, me and Silvia, we obviously have our own channels, and we are all over like social media, especially Twitter and things. So I was just wondering, how come you haven't started a YouTube?
Oh yeah,
because I don't want to be famous on the internet. I do this kind of reluctantly for them. I'm kidding.
You do though, but you do.
Actually,
No, okay.
You do.
Okay,
kinda.
here's the thing.
You do.
Here's the thing. I enjoy doing it when I'm doing it. Like right now,
No, I
this
know,
is
it's
fun. But then I look back and I'm like, I don't want to be on the internet, really.
Yeah.
You don't want to be internet like.
I've never. Okay, there's obviously everybody, like you guys, I think feel differently about this. I've never wanted to be like famous or in the spotlight of a lot of things. Like not that I'm like, oh, I'm so shy, I don't want to be seen. Not like that. I just don't want to be like. I want to have like just like a chill life. I don't want to have to go somewhere and people are like, oh, hi, Roseae.
Well, now.
I mean, okay, that sounds so. Okay, I sound like I hate people. Like
No.
I just don't want to like be famous on the internet, basically.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but if you were to start a YouTube, what would it be on? If somebody had a gun to your head and said, start a YouTube, like, okay,
I shoot myself.
Okay, DIY.
Oh yeah, actually,
DIY
you're very DIY. You like watching that kind of stuff too.
But everything on YouTube is so oversaturated that there's so many big
That's
DIY
true.
people that I just would never start it.
What kind of DIY though? Like home DIY?
No, everything.
Like
Because I'm so random with everything. I get a new hobby like every other week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've done a lot of different things because I learn about how to do different DIY things. So I'm like, oh, that looks fun, and then I'll do it, and then I get bored of it after a couple weeks. So then that's not my hobby anymore, and then I'll learn a new thing and then do that.
Well, you do have a Instagram.
Oh yeah.
I do have a personal Instagram, but I also have another Instagram, my puppies. And I'm obsessed with that because they're so cute and I'm not on the face of it. So if
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, well, the thing is she doesn't wanna be the face of the channel, but she's actually really good at social media.
She's
like,
really good. I asked her to be our
is.
social media manager and she said no.
And
I said I already quit. She said you're not even hired yet.
please guys check out her dog Instagram for real. Like her Preston and Miles, she actually gained over, you're almost at 2,000 followers, and you're really good at making those stories, so you're really good at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. I like doing it, but yeah, like I said, I don't want to be like
Yeah. True. But I guess it is. We are very different in that sense because
I always craved that.
So
I
did
started YouTube.
Yeah, I know you did.
But I started YouTube since
she was a news
the
anchor.
beginning. I even made skits.
Yeah,
like,
you did.
Like in form of actual video creation.
Yeah.
I made my first music video on YouTube in like 2008.
You were in like middle school.
I was in middle school, and I've always been doing this.
And and I've always been doing this too, in the sense that like I used to want to be a singer.
Yeah.
like in the sense that like I mean I just loved music, and like I would make music videos with my friend at the time. Like I always did want to start a YouTube. I just never did until pretty recently.
They recorded their record, their singles, their quote-unquote singles.
Wait a minute, wait.
And they sent it to Jive Records. They sent a demo CD. It was a tape back then? A cassette tape?
Oh,
or
it was a cassette tape.
They recorded a demo on a cassette tape and sent it to Jive Records.
And guess
but
what?
They never got a response back.
What? I wrote the mother effing song and everything. I wrote the hook. I did the ad lib. Oh wait, I don't know why.
You
I'm
need to
revealing
know.
this right now.
Oh,
the
you
name
are
of her,
into it.
Wait,
I wrote the hook. I wrote the ad lib.
The name of her group
No.
was Z AZN, guys. That was the name of her group.
She was
AZN.
No.
By your loving spell, hypnotized, and I can tell that you're the one for me, the only one to see. Hypnotized, and that's what you made me. Hypnotized.
Getting out of here. Getting out of here.
That's her biggest embarrassing.
She
story,
and
actually.
her like elementary school
Why did I bring this up?
best friend were just like, they're like, we are gonna be pop stars. Oh my gosh, they also, so there's like an amusement park. There's an amusement park that we live very close to, and there in the amusement park there was this like green screen room where you can go and make your own like
music video.
And they took it seriously. Everyone always goes in there. You can it's essentially like a green screen with a karaoke screen, so you just have the lyrics and dance and whatever. It's like a silly thing, but she and her friend took it so seriously. They had matching outfits,
a flirt shirt,
and they learned the choreography of Christina Aguilera, and they're like, ooh.
She was like, I'm a genie in a bottle, baby. If you wanna be with me, baby, there's a price to pay. I'm a genie in a bottle.
Oh, I did it wrong.
You gotta rub me the right way.
Anyways, so they did that.
Hence, our love for music has been around from the beginning. Our love for music and entertainment has always been there.
You know what? Just own who you were in the past too, okay?
Yeah.
Anyway. Oh wow, that was a tangent.
Yeah.
But I did want to get into, because we're always known as triplets, and everyone we all look, pretty similar age. We're actually 3 years apart.
And we're all the same height.
We're all the same height and everything.
Same build.
Yeah, and just everything. But we do have quite of a bit of difference, and we do have an age gap between me and Silvia.
Yeah, so it's 3 and 3.
Yeah. So,
3
but
3.
I did want to talk about what are our individual differences, but also similarities. So let's just start off really easy, because this is such a hot topic.
Yeah.
MBTI. What is your MBTI? All right, I know
and
you
if you
forgot
forgot,
yours, so I know yours.
we have
You
yours
looked up
ready.
the letters? Because I forgot the letters.
Yeah, we know what it is.
Oh, thank you.
We pulled it up.
So
I know what my old one was.
Oh yeah.
I keep going like this, like I'm presenting. And if audio listeners, we have cute matching notebooks, and I'm holding this. And you guys need to check out the visual podcast, because this set is so cute.
It's so friggin' cute here.
I've always wanted to say that.
Oh, yeah.
Audio listeners, I've always wanted to address the audio listeners.
So
I finally did it.
So our MBTIs, mine currently, because MBTI is fluid, like it could be anyway.
Yeah.
Mine is a INFJ.
INFJ.
Yeah, and yours is.
And mine is a INFP. It just recently changed this year. I used to be ENFP, and now I'm INFJ.
I used to be a ENFJ.
I was also ENFJ.
Yeah, we were the same.
Yeah.
Back then, and now you are an ISFP.
ISFP. I'm so visual. I have to write it down. ISFP. Okay.
So you are an adventurer. Yeah, you're an ISP, and you're an adventurer. I am an
That's
advocate.
what I remember.
Yeah, I'm an advocate, and then Silvia is a mediator.
Oh, I thought that was a campaigner. Oh.
The campaigner is
the E.
Yeah,
I
so
forgot.
You're a mediator.
Yeah.
So yeah, it says a lot. Like, if you guys know what MBTI is. And then for Harry Potter houses.
Oh yeah.
I mean, a lot of you guys know this already, but I'm a Slytherin.
We've talked about this so much.
We're crazy Potterheads, so we won't shut up.
We're crazy
Harry
Potterheads.
Potter. I'm a Slytherin. A lot of people think I'm a Hufflepuff, but I'm actually a Slytherin.
A Hufflepuff.
Yeah.
And then what are you?
Or Gryffindor, but
I'm a Gryffindor.
Yeah, and she's a Gryffindor.
So we got 2 Slithies and a Griffy over here.
I think was mine. Do they say like what you're close to? Oh no, I'm thinking of the Enneagram.
Oh, we should have went into that, because
this?
Yes, I know the time.
Okay.
I got you. Anyway, where were we again?
Hufflepuff. I mean,
Harry Potter houses,
Harry Potter.
and then Powerpuff Girls. Just to say that we're triplets.
Yeah, we
always
Powerpuff
just
Girls.
associate ourselves with that. But the thing is, we're kind of like a mix between Bubbles.
yeah.
But Buttercup, because you have the strength, you have that more. But then now, some people think I'm more Buttercup online because they got to know me more.
Yeah.
And now they think you're more Bubbles, because it kind of flipped again. It's kind of interesting.
I think we're both a mix of both.
Yeah. It depends.
I think it depends on the day.
But I always wanted to be Bubbles, because she looks like cute.
Like Bubbles. I'm Bubbles today.
Well,
Actually.
You're Bubbles today.
Yeah.
Anytime we were like something, you know, when you're little, you like either a group or cartoons, and you assign you and your friends one of the characters.
We did that with
she
every group.
always wanted to be the cute little one. I say she. I'm talking about Sylvia.
Yeah.
Always wanted to be the cute little like in Sailor
little
Moon.
baby.
In Sailor Moon, she was Sailor Mars, but then she wanted to be Rini.
No,
'cause she's
but
so
I,
cute.
no, you guys assigned me Rini. I didn't want to be Rini.
Did?
Yeah, because she had pink hair, and I remember
Actually,
your
look-
best friend said I'm Rini because she thought it was so cute. But I loved Sailor Mars because Ray was a badass, and I wanted.
Ray
to be
was
her.
a badass.
and I was so proud.
Lita
to be
was
her.
also a badass because I love Sailor
I mean, they
Moon.
all were. Otherwise, they're not.
But their
Sailor
Songhyuk, their
something.
personality, Mars, what Ray was always like, she was like fire, and I always felt like her because I was M and Aries. So.
Yeah.
Oh, let's say I'm an Aries.
Oh, I'm a Pisces.
And I'm a Capricorn. It's Capricorn season currently. And actually, by the time this drops, I think it still is.
It's gonna be Aquarius.
It's going to be
And
Aquarius.
then,
going
and
into
then
Aquarius.
Pisces next.
Yeah.
So then mine.
Yeah.
And then Aries.
Yeah. So since we're talking about kind of like our past stuff, what did you guys want to be when you grew up? Like as a kid or like a teenager? What did you guys want to be?
I want to be a lot of different things. Well,
What was
okay.
your main thing? Like
I never had a main thing. I mean, okay, well, when I was really, really little, like first grade, I remember writing. You know, in like school, you have writing prompts at the beginning of the year or whatever, and then
oh god, I remember
every
the little
year,
notebooks
yeah,
and
the
everything.
composition notebooks.
Oh god.
Oh my
The
god.
black and white, and then you color the white part of the composition
Oh, I
notebook,
love
like rainbow
that.
colors
I
and
love
stuff.
that.
With the markers.
Yeah.
The Crayola
I
markers.
Love
Yeah.
the composition notebooks. I was thinking about the writing prompts for SATs or something, and that gave me bad
Oh
memories.
no, I'm talking about elementary school, girl.
Oh, sorry.
But no.
Anyway.
Where you just have to write like 2 sentences.
But was there anything specific that
Yes.
you were like?
Well, when I was in like first grade, I actually wanted to be a teacher. And
Oh,
then, and then I was very disappointed because then as I grew up, everyone said, "Why you want to be a teacher?" Like
Well, I know.
they're like,
Really?
I mean, in our society, teachers are not really like
praised or
praised
anything.
or
True,
like
yeah,
as
that's
a
true. It's
like,
different,
oh,
a
if you're so
different
smart, you shouldn't be that. You have more potential, which doesn't make any
Yeah.
sense. But anyways, everyone
Yeah,
kept
that's
telling me
true.
that. So then throughout like end of middle school, I was like toying with the idea of being a doctor, and then like all my college essays in high school were like, I want to be a doctor.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I thought I wanted to be a pediatrician. I really, really wanted to be a pediatrician. I don't know if you guys remember this, but I was like,
yeah, I know.
Go, I
I was
do.
just about to say that. I was
yeah,
about to say
because we
baby doctor.
yeah, because we were like, oh my god, we're gonna be so happy. They're gonna have a lawyer and a doctor in the house.
Yeah.
Anyway, so then I wanted to be
Oh,
that.
jeez.
But all throughout that time, from middle school, my dream career would have been a professional soccer player. But I'm
Oh,
no,
yeah,
but I
dream.
know,
You
but
said
I
that all the
but I know I'm not good enough for that at all. But I would have loved to do that.
But as an aside, we all played soccer,
Yeah.
and we were all like fairly
Pretty
good.
decent.
For kids that never played
Yeah.
growing up.
Yeah.
We picked up on it pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
all of us,
'Cause we
and we
did-
were all captains, right?
Yeah, we didn't.
Yeah.
We didn't start from Pee Wee soccer, so
No.
based on when we started, we picked it up really quickly and
Yeah, like I just
We're the
remember. Oh, sorry.
No.
Well, that's-
Sorry,
we're trying to
each
not.
other. This is the wall.
Okay.
She's the wall.
the wall.
Let
I
me
want to be the wall.
I don't want to be.
Well, anyway, so let's. What were we talking
No,
about?
I was
again?
gonna
What do
say,
you wanna
weren't
be?
we all midfield?
wait, no.
I was
We
left wing, and then I was
were.
center mid later.
I
That's
start.
what I was.
I started off.
You.
we keep interrupting each other.
Write
can't
your
do
notes,
this.
girl.
Oh, sorry, I have to write my notes so I don't forget what to say.
But you're right. As our main position, we were all midfielders.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are out there.
I forgot what to write.
I forgot too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm scared.
Okay, if you guys know soccer, I started off as right wing, and then I would occasionally play forward, but then my main position was center mid.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I did exactly what you I did left wing and center mid, but then Silvia actually stopped playing soccer midway through high school and then became a theater kid.
It's because no, I was juggling a theater and musical theater and soccer, and springtime was
Oh,
for
yeah.
soccer and
the theater.
the play. So then I had to quit one, but I wanted to be a thespian.
Yeah.
So I ended up pursuing
But I
musical theater.
remember that time, like we all kind of grew up doing the same things, like hobbies-wise and stuff. And then when she was debating if she wanted to do theater or soccer, we were like, you don't want to do soccer, because we loved soccer so much. I mean, she liked it too, but like she obviously loved theater, so she was like, I don't know what to do. And we were like, girl, do what you love. And she was like, I can do theater.
Yeah, because
I remember that too.
I remember I was really nervous because I took drama to get over my public speaking and like anxiety and stuff, and so I did that in 10th grade, and then I kept going, and so I was like musical theater kid, but
so then did you always grow up wanting to act, or like what?
So basically going back to that, like my dream was, I always said growing up, I want to be an artist.
Remember?
And then I remember
kind of artist, like a drawing artist?
Girl, do you remember
what
when she's wanted to be an artist for so many years. I mean, not like until her 20s, but like through elementary, middle school maybe. I remember the day she said, I don't want to be an artist anymore. I felt like my dreams were shattered.
No,
I was like,
you know what?
You were still in college or something.
But actually, I remember saying a long time ago in like middle school or something, I was like, I want to be an artist. And you were always like, yeah, she wants to be an artist. Christy always said,
what did you
what
say?
kind of artist though? There's a lot of artists.
I
do you want to be a
remember
painter? There's musical artists, blah, 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 blah.
But
And she was just, I know, but she was saying that like,
I was like,
just
focus.
picking on me. And
But Silvia was so young, I think, to not even really understand like specialties.
I just wanted,
She was just like, I like drawing. I don't know.
I loved drawing. And then I remember later getting overwhelmed by that question that was ingrained in my skull. Like, what kind of artist do I want to be? I just knew I loved making art or something. And then later, when I told you that I don't want to be an artist anymore, it's because I was like, I've always said this, I want to open an animal sanctuary. Because that's when I started understanding what animal things were. Or like, helping animals.
How old were you then? How old were you?
I don't remember. It was just early on. But I remember I love animals because I found out about animal doctors and vets.
I didn't know you knew to want to do that since you were really young.
No, I did.
Neither.
Well, I was people were talking about, if you love animals, do you want to be a vet? And I was like, no, I don't want to be like a doctor. And I didn't know sanctuary was the word, but I always said I want to like help animals. Like, but in my head, it was that idea of like it's animals something. Yeah.
So, but then like through college, like for example, like I remember you were in that pre-med path.
I was on a pre-med route. I took bio, I took chem, calc, all that. My first semester of college, I was like, why am I doing this? I hate this.
Overwhelmed that you told me. But you always did film though.
And then I had no idea what I wanted to do. And at that time, I was doing hair videos on YouTube. It didn't take off, obviously, but I decided to do film and video studies to further pursue like post-production and see what type of things I wanted to do media-wise. And my minor was psychology, and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I was like, why am I in college? I had no idea.
Well, as the oldest sister, I do have to say, I would like to apologize for forcing you into a box, because you know why I did that? Because I felt forced into a box as a kid.
Who did you force into a box? You didn't force
Who did you force into a box?
Well, you just said that question like lingered.
Oh no, you just literally you were just like picking on me. You were like, what kind of artist though?
No, I know. I'm not actually sorry. I'm just saying.
I'm not actually sorry.
No, but for real.
You effed up your own life.
No, I just was thinking about that.
No, I'm just saying, like, obviously, I think we all can relate to this. Like, all of us growing up are always like, we have to pick this one path and follow it and just do it, you know? So like I think I had 3 main things that I was always focused on. Well, the first one was a singer, and that was like my pipe dream kind of thing. And then it was a news anchor, like you said. It really, I did want to a journalist. Like I wanted to be a journalist.
You did want to do journalism.
That was my other thing. Like my other more realistic one as I went into high school. And then it was a lawyer, because lawyer, I was like, this is what I have to do because Oma and Appa wants me.
It's a more traditional
route, and I was actually good at those kind of studies.
Yeah.
So I even like took the LSATs. I took law classes. Like I did all that, but that was like, so you know, you could see me like fizzling away.
Yeah.
So anyway, I just that's why like it reminded me. Yeah. But during that time, I fizzled away a lot. It's just like your med school stuff. Anyway, so then
pre-med, I did not get to med school.
Or pre-med. I didn't go to law school. I didn't go to law school either. I didn't even get there. but but then like some time in college, you know, when YouTube started popping off, like I really wanted to do. I talked about this in my YouTube too. I really wanted to do makeup videos.
You always were into
like makeup and like YouTube and like always, but because I was studying law, I was like, oh, I can't do this. I can't do it.
It's like a lawyer can't put on makeup.
But at that time, my YouTube channel was always like vlogging and stuff, and it's actually what you're saying is very opposite with me. Because growing up, I was always like, I mean, I always had dreams of I want to be an artist or blah 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 blah. But even throughout college, I was like, I have no idea what I'm gonna do. I never had a direct like. Like even never even felt too forced to be like choose something. I knew like deep down, I was like, I really have no clue what direction I'm going. I just knew I loved to do videos and I loved to like upload things on YouTube and that kind of stuff, and that was it. I was like, I don't know, I have no idea.
I think that's very typical though of the youngest.
I was actually thinking
right? Because like for me, I was always like I need to be on this path, and like because I was the first one.
I was like that too.
And she was more like me too.
That's true.
Well, I mean, and I don't think it's just us. It's, I think, parents, because you hear new parents say all the time like that they were like that with their first baby, and their second baby's eating dirt, and they're like, whatever, they'll be fine.
I know,
so they're just more relaxed. So then
she was eating dirt.
Yeah, she's the one eating dirt, and the parents are like, whatever, she'll be fine.
For me, I'm like hanging around, like
So in that sense, that's a very like traditional.
I think it makes sense.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, because we just like really did and thought about so many things. So I just want to talk about like what we think each of our like what are we good at?
I drank all my coffee.
She drank all her coffee.
Good thing it's not alcohol.
Yeah.
Like what are our biggest strengths and weaknesses for each of us? Like what do you think?
We're saying it for each other?
Yeah, for each other. Yeah. Like because
for each other.
Because if you think about the professions that we wanted to do, or even like through YouTube, we have very particular skills that make us good at certain things. Like not just YouTube. I'm saying like your profession now and like all that stuff. Like what is your and not just like profession wise. I'm just saying like.
Are we saying it for ourselves, or are we saying it
for each other?
So let's start with you.
Okay.
What do we think her?
What am I good at?
We're saying for her
Or
first?
why don't you, since you have an idea.
Yeah, why don't you start?
You start?
Yeah.
I don't I just have the question.
Girl, you have to answer too. She's like, oh, I have to answer. Okay, you start.
Okay. Well, let's just start with the Magna then.
Okay.
For me?
Yeah. So
oh gosh, it turned around.
I think I'm gonna start with a weakness that you have.
We're doing weaknesses?
Yeah, so
she said strengths.
We're doing strengths and girl.
We're all like, oh no.
You know what's funny?
We're gonna start fighting.
It's like a therapy session.
No, I don't like this at all. I'm getting anxiety.
Look. Okay.
I don't like this. I'm turning into a vlog.
So since we started like working together, I mean we are working together with YouTube and stuff. One of the biggest weaknesses I found that you have and is that your lack of focus.
Lack of focus. Okay, that explains the ADHD.
Yeah. Like you're but it's like I have that too, but you're way worse.
Yeah.
Because for example, and I know
it's like an intervention now. I don't like this. I'm
suddenly getting nervous. I'm like, what are they gonna say about
like this at all? I didn't know we were doing this, girl.
We're like, what is this episode turning into?
No.
Why are we doing this?
Like, I thought this
was
like
it is.
Are we not doing that?
We don't feel that strongly about it. We're kidding.
I'm kidding.
Now I'm getting like.
No, we're kidding.
Not like, what can I say about you? No, I'm just kidding.
It's not just your personality that you're not focused, but I know you're pulled in a lot of different directions, and I understand that. But the one thing I would say is that, like for example, if we have a plan for the week or something, it's gonna derail more times than not. It's because of her.
Wait, what? Like what? Give me an example.
Like if I say, okay, so Wednesday we're gonna record this, and she says yes, Wednesday. It doesn't happen Wednesday.
No, okay, but to be fair, you've done that a lot too.
Okay,
that's happened a lot.
It's not just that.
Okay.
But no, I'm just saying overall.
Okay. But to be fair, I have really bad ADHD. I really do.
Yeah,
I think all of us do.
Yeah, I think all of us do. But I think one of your biggest strengths also is how creative.
I was gonna say creativity.
Yeah.
We've always said that about her.
Yeah, she's very.
But she's
creative.
always had it when she
wants to be an artist. Like you have to be creative. But really, because I don't think I'm that creative. Like I think I'm just saying, like, she's like so, like, when she has an idea, I'm like, oh my god, that's genius.
You know what? But I think we're all creative in different ways. Like, she's a creative in, like, an artsy way. I'm creative in, like, a physical building kind of DIY stuff. And you're creative with, like, your work, like, writing creativity.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
With my words.
Yeah.
I should be a public speaker.
But that makes sense. Like, you want to do journalism. You're very good about that. Anytime I had papers, I was like, can you revise my paper and make it sound better?
That's true. I did.
And you know, after a while, she's like, I'm not doing that for you anymore. And I was like, and my papers are bad all of a sudden.
Yeah.
But you know, actually, I think I'm that goes hand in hand because I think I'm pretty good when it comes to like improv, no matter what. Like
spontaneity.
Spontaneity. Like if something needs to be done like on the spot and like right now, it can get done. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of in a creative way, like setting things up or just whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
well, that's like kind of like the opposite of what I would say for you. Like a weakness that you have is that there's more structure than her. Yeah.
That's a weakness?
It's actually I guess it could be a weakness or a strength. So but hers can be a weakness or a strength too.
No. I it's funny that you're saying that because in my profession, without structure, you will literally fail at everything.
No, I know, but it has to do with like why you're so good at what you do.
Yeah.
Yeah. But also, I think that maybe that's a strength and a weakness, or also a strength for you because you are really good at when you like getting things done in the proper way. Like for me, like she'll fix something and I'm like, oh, I didn't think of it that way. Like I don't think of these things. Like I feel like a lot of times. But anyway, that's just what I popped in my head.
What about my strength?
okay,
That's a similar strength.
Oh.
I know what
I don't get another strength.
No, I know what you're
I
know what your strength is. I know what your strength is.
What?
I think in general, and it's really interesting. I didn't even mean to do this because you know how like you're like the middle of us and it's like center. You're really good about like balancing things. I think throughout your life in all aspects, I think you're pretty much kind of have a good balance with everything, like
with everything.
Social life, family, work.
So true.
Like I think when it comes to
yes, no, that's how I see you too.
Well, in comparison to us,
yeah,
'cause we're a little mess.
But there's certain things about that. Yeah, I can see that.
And I think that goes into like balancing schedules or like making things work and like that kind of stuff. I think your strength is like balancing life. I think like in general, like knowing when to get things done and like you know like the structure and like all of that. I think that really is. Because, like, you'll make things happen. Like, if I say I want to do something, it might not happen like you said.
Yeah.
But, like, you say you want to do something, you'll make it happen, and you'll just balance it out.
Yes,
you'll find a way.
I agree.
Yeah. You know?
Yeah.
Okay, that's true. I have my moments where I'm also, like...
Yeah.
No, I think all of us have these
yeah.
traits,
Yeah.
but just we one-up each other in those aspects.
Yeah. Because for me, I'll completely be like, X, not going to happen, didn't work out, blah. It's, like, more like that. But you'll be like, no, it'll happen. Like you'll try your best to make it work. Not that I don't. Let's start with her weakness. Do you have a weakness for her?
I don't have a weakness. That's the whole point.
That's her weakness. She is.
I'm kidding.
Audio listeners, we just made an explosion with our head.
What are you saying? What are you saying, girls?
You're weak. Okay, let me really think about this.
Okay, you know what? This is just one that pops off the top of my head.
Yeah, I just said the one too.
Yeah. It's kind of similar to what you said about Silvia's weakness, but it's slightly different. Not that you're not focused.
Yeah.
It might sound same, but it's very, in my head, it's different.
You can give an example.
So I'm trying to say like inattention, but not like that you're unfocused. I think that you don't pay attention to things that you truly don't care about. Like,
oh yes,
like.
Yes.
Because when you're focused, and like when it's like, so it's very different than when you're just
I know what you're saying.
Because there's so many times she will ask me a question, and I'm like, she's asking me a question, so I start answering, and she'll literally go, hey, so what'd you do yesterday? So Silvia, and as I'm talking, and then I'm like, you don't care? She's like, I'm listening, and I'm like, you're not. She's like, huh? What'd you say?
Well, I think this comes okay, and not really her. It's a narcissism trait, and no. What I'm saying is,
there's a wine bottle right here. We were gonna save to the end.
But what you? Yes.
You
want to actually, right now? I need to fill it up.
Actually,
you want me to rinse it out?
Wait, we
No,
didn't
I
finish
have
our
cups.
coffee.
Oh, no, I'm just kidding.
Well, actually, what you and I are saying do go hand in hand.
But it also makes sense because I have bits of that too, because that's also why we want to be on YouTube. That's part of it anyway. But you have it more.
Oh my god.
Okay. Also, Wait,
I see what you're saying though.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I think it's what Roseae was saying is more. You know what? Also, like I'm feeling like audio listeners can't tell who's talking because we all sound the same to a lot of people. So when you're addressing someone, let's make sure we say our names.
Yeah.
That's
So,
you know. Okay. Well, this is Roseae.
And this is Silvia. Can you tell our voices apart? I sound like a lizard.
But the thing is. But the thing is, like, even when I listen to us three talking,
I can't tell.
Depending on the moments, I can't tell who's talking.
Yeah. If we were a girl group, then, like, we always do album listens, and we're like, who was that?
Yeah.
Was it this?
And we're like, no. And there's certain times that we're like, oh, 100% it's one of is this person or that person, but there's a lot of times we don't know. Even for us.
I mean, okay.
So apparently I'm a narcissist.
But do you know what
apparently
I'm
I can't focus on anything.
and I'm too structured.
Oh no.
But that's a strength.
Wait, I don't have this.
Okay, but you know what? That's how I felt now. No, but you know what? Okay. Never mind.
Okay, I have a strength.
I have a strength.
Wait, let me think.
So I think your strength.
She's pissed.
Christy's staring at us with evil eyes. She's side-eyeing us. So
This question was a bad idea.
I said our strength. I think your strength is like, I think being the oldest too, you're good about, what's her strength?
Oh my god, you know what? I don't have a strength.
Save me, girl. Roseae, save me, girl. Wait, no, she does.
You know what? Next question.
Okay, wait.
She's getting the wine. Let's start drinking.
We have a strength for you. We have a strength for
No,
you.
it's because there's so many I can't pick one.
Now you're putting us on the spot.
Wait. Okay, her strength.
I know one. Okay, you go first.
It took this long
You
to
go
find
first.
one
You
strength. And then the weakness, they're like, oh, got it.
Okay, you go first. Okay, I'll go. No, but like you said about my strength and weakness, it's similar. They're kind of related.
Oh.
So like, what was I gonna say?
Wait, I have a question.
I do.
I'm confused. What do you mean lack of focus? Because I feel like when I
Who's
really,
the narcissist now? It's not even her. It's not even on her
No,
anymore.
but I really like. What is that?
I know what she means.
What?
Oh.
Do you know what you mean?
Yeah, but you can say it.
Okay, let me see if I know what you meant. Okay, I think what Christy meant was that you, like, say you're editing something.
Oh, okay.
And you're I gotta do this for Dolly. Oh, wait, I gotta edit this picture first.
Okay.
Oh, I have to do this. And then, like, so all of your tasks do take a long time, and like she said, you are pulled in a lot of direction.
Yeah.
But instead of you being like, let me just literally sit here without any, like, because honestly, there are some tasks you probably could whip out in an hour if you literally
that's very true.
just like blind, like tunnel visioned yourself, but then it takes like 7 hours.
I feel like this, you guys are exactly right. And I feel like for the most part, for me, I know that's happening. And when you guys are here, I feel like I can kind of let go of what I'm doing because, I
think that always
from home.
happens, yeah.
So I feel like it's more worth it to spend more time with you. So I do other things more. But anyway, yeah. So anyway,
I
your
get that.
strength, yeah. You know what I always thought about Christy from like years ago too.
Oh, I know.
I always thought you're really good about bringing us like together. Like even like I would say this as an example with like your best friends too. I'm nervous. No, but I would say you're really good about like kind of like maybe I don't know about right now, but like reconnecting and getting people back together. Cause like like you would call.
Glue.
Yeah, like the glue. Like you really are, and you've been like that in the.
I've actually been in my not our friend group, but like in my other friend groups. I actually have been kind of the glue.
I really do think I've
I can
always
see
thought that
that.
about you.
Yeah.
You really are too.
Yeah, a lot of times what happens is in our group of friends.
What about me?
I thought you wanted to.
Sorry.
finish your coffee.
No. I thought you wanted to finish your coffee.
No,
We
I
can't
want
talk.
this. Hey, we can't talk over each other.
yeah.
Because
Okay.
there's audio listeners.
Yes.
Can I say your strength?
I was saying something.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Go ahead. I wrote my notes so I won't forget.
Okay. Well, anyway, so in my group of friends, though, there have been instances where because I stopped hanging out with them, they don't hang out anymore.
The friend group fizzled off.
Yeah, it fizzled off.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I
can see that. Yeah.
You there.
Yeah. I have a strength.
Cheers to
cheers.
me not having any strengths.
I just gave you a good one.
Girl, you're getting 2 strengths. We got one.
I think I got one.
Each.
You know what mine was? I'm creative, and you know what they said? I'm creative too. So we're all sharing my strength, okay, guys? I got the.
Anyway, let's just move on. Let's move on.
No, I have a strength for you.
Oh, okay.
I do. Okay. Like I said, it's kind of tied to your weakness, so it could be a weakness and a strength.
Yeah.
Is that like you don't give a fuck about but like in a good way, where it's like you're not a people pleaser. You will never like no, but it's a good thing because sometimes.
But online she is.
Oh wow.
Listen, let me explain. I'm trying to say something positive about her. Okay, because if you care too much about what people think, that's a weakness. You're a people pleaser. You let people walk all over you, but you will never let that happen.
Oh, I don't let people walk all over me.
Yeah, and then and then you don't waste your energy on things you don't like. Whereas sometimes a lot of people do that, and they're like, oh, you know, like.
You know what? I 100% agree.
Yeah, but it's a good thing because you can put your energy into things that you want to do and
that you care about.
Like no one will ever say that you're two-faced.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah.
You know, like you get what you get.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Okay, next
It's a good
topic.
Anyway,
Cheers.
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 It turned from coffee time to wine
To
time.
therapy
Happy
time.
hour.
We were supposed to drink this at the end. As a celebratory, we're done, but
Yeah,
starting
anyway.
early, we needed it.
I did just want to talk briefly, just because we started
From the bottom, now we're here.
Started from the bottom, now we're here. Hey, started from the bottom, now the whole.
I didn't beatbox again.
Oh,
Can I do it now?
Okay, ready?
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Can you start it?
Shoot it.
Hi there, it's Christy.
And Silvia time.
Welcome to the PAKCST.
And you have to say the first episode.
The first episode
Featuring our sister.
the PAKCST featuring Rose.
This
You
is my
stopped it.
mistake. I just
that
realized
was
it was a
awful. Why
mistake.
did we
Sorry.
do that?
That was my idea.
Okay,
Sorry.
Anyway, I did just want to talk about this really quickly because
I'm scared.
no, this is nothing. This is not like the last segment.
Oh.
So we gained this community because of K-pop reactions. I just wanted to briefly just talk about like how we got into why we even started doing reactions, like that type of thing. And we kind of talked about this through our reactions before anyway. But
How it started.
How it started.
Well,
Yeah.
little Silvia here one day decided these hair videos are fun, but one day I came across a K-pop reactor and I was like, this is interesting. People are actually reacting to K-pop and we grew up listening to K-pop and I was like, whoa, this is like the third generation and this is like new groups. This is interesting. I want to try this.
Wait, hold on. I have a question about that really quick.
Yeah.
So you saw K-pop reactors first before you dove into the groups that we are into now?
I didn't watch it because of the groups. I watched it because I was like, K-pop reaction. I saw the title.
You know,
Yeah.
I
And
remember.
I was like, what is this?
I remember when Silvia started doing her reaction videos. I was like, that's a thing. You watch
Right.
videos and then you record your reaction. I was just like, what is this?
What's going
And
on?
I think
Yeah, I was like, what is going on?
Yeah, so like I said before, I started my YouTube channel a long time ago from music video, like literally making music videos with my
Yeah.
best friend.
Almost
to
like
doing
parodies.
like parodies.
Yeah.
I did like
skits.
I did my own skits.
Oh
We're
my
not gonna
god, her
talk about
skits
that.
were so good.
No, I made my own skits, but we're not gonna
She
talk
was
about
like
that.
7 characters.
Remember the
everybody
colors,
loves
the
loose-
feel, like
or
different
colorful
feelings.
feelings.
Colorful feelings. You know that's a thing. That's like synesthesia or something.
It was Inside Out. You know Inside Out?
Yeah, yeah. Your
The movie Inside Out?
No.
You never saw Inside Out?
It's like when
No. Oh my God.
it's about characters that are in your head and they're personified, like
Oh.
so sadness, fear.
Oh, I think I
anger,
have.
and they're all personified with colors. Anyway, I made a skit about that, but I jumped from doing a bunch of random things on YouTube and hair videos, and then I did vlogs. My channel was
Yeah.
a vlog channel, and
Yeah.
people already
Yeah.
kind of knew who we were as
Yeah.
a family
Yeah.
because of that. So I grew this little community online called the Pillbug Pack.
Yeah.
If you're a Pillbug, hi.
We started before reaction Pillbugs.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And Yes,
those are
you
the
guys
old,
actually made the name Pillbug.
They're the OG. They were the OG Pillbug viewers. But yeah, we gave her the nickname Pillbug.
Yeah. So anyway, fast forward after during college, I'm like casually doing YouTube again, and then I remember after college I saw a K-pop reaction video title. So I clicked on it, and then I dove into this deep hole, and I saw a bunch of K-pop reactors. I was like, this is interesting, and I was like laughing at it. I was like, I can't believe they're doing that.
Oh, I actually didn't know that.
Oh, really?
No,
You didn't? Yeah.
I thought you like got into like I don't know BTS or a group and then you watched because that's what happened to me.
No, I ran into that category on YouTube. I was like, what is this?
I remember Silvia telling me about that, and I was genuinely so confused.
Yeah.
But it was around that time. Do you remember when you were doing all your hair videos? I said to you, and you were like, I know, because I said, girl, if you keep like people love your hair videos, but if you keep dyeing your hair's literally just gonna fall out. She's like, I know.
It got to like, you remember DIY hair fails?
Yes.
I was known as the girl, I'm always known as a fucking idiot. My hair videos turned into me doing fails.
Her hair videos got pretty big.
Yeah,
they
had like over hundreds and thousands of views.
Yeah.
But anyway, I just want to say,
so you saw reaction videos?
Yeah, I saw reaction videos, and around that time, we, Christy and I, were starting to get. We were doing some live streams. I remember this exact moment. So this is where it started. One of my hair videos that I dyed my hair purple and pink, and I was scrolling through the comment section, and this particular video, everyone kept writing, "You look like J-Hope from BTS," and I was like, "Who is J-Hope?" So I was like, "Oh, this girl's probably so cute." I googled J-Hope. This is the first introduction to BTS. I googled J-Hope, and I'm like, "Who is this guy?" And I show them, and they're like, "You kind of look like him." And I was like, oh
without
my gosh.
makeup.
Yeah. And so I remember I would do casual live streams with my Pillbugs, and I would get like 20, 50 viewers. And then one day we were on the same live stream, Christy and I.
remember that, yeah.
And someone said, "You do look like J-Hope." And they were talking about, they're like, "You should listen to BTS." And so we reacted to Save Me BTS on that live stream. And so that was our kind of introduction to BTS, so we knew of them at that time. And then later, I was like, the more I started watching K-pop reactions and I was introduced to BTS, I was like, hey, this looks fun, I'm gonna try it. So that's how it started. Yeah. And I made my first BTS reaction on Wasted on Me, Stevie Aoki.
Oh yeah.
And then Airplane Part 2 music video, and that's when it dropped, and I was like, I want to do this.
Yeah, but we have a history with like liking K-pop. Like if you watched our, the TXT and Hypen Legends videos, I had one and they had one together. But like we said, we always liked B7.
I don't know if there's any Korean American who didn't like in the
second gen.
Yeah. Like every Korean American was like into like B, and especially B. Yeah. Big Bang, 21.
Yeah. But who was like your preference within those older groups? Like before the third gen? Like who was your number one? It was 7.
7 and Brian from Fly to Sky.
Just Brian.
Just Brian. I mean,
we loved Fly to the Sky.
Wait, no, but when we loved Fly to the Sky, why did I talk like this?
Fly to the Sky.
Remember that one episode on was it Yane Pyeonji when there was like
Love Letter.
like fly high.
Oh my god!
Fly high.
Was that Kim Myung-soo?
Yeah.
Comedian.
He was trying to speak English. He's like, you fly high,
Sky, fly
So
high.
Ryan from Fly to the Sky, he always twerked and stuff, and he was American.
Wait, yeah, he was from New Jersey.
Girl.
But I loved Honey then.
Yeah.
I loved
was my bias, though.
He was my bias.
He was my bias too.
I didn't start.
Wait, I thought you like Brian. Wait, I'm confused.
No, listen. I was obsessed with Honey. And then as Fly to the Sky was like no longer relevant, I started watching his interviews, his English speaking interviews, and that's when I was like became obsessed with him. So that was like that's like us becoming obsessed with someone from Backstreet Boys. They're no longer relevant anymore. Like someone new from Backstreet Boys that we didn't love before.
Yeah.
That's what happened to me, and then I became obsessed with Brian.
Yeah.
But I still like music-wise, 7.
But you fell in love with Brian because of the reality shows like Love Letter. You remember X-Men?
That's when you get to know their
I was
personalities.
obsessed with Lee Seung-gi, but he's an actor.
Yeah.
He was like my husband.
Just name a couple of like your favorites from back then. Like
Lee Min-woo from Shinhwa. Shinhwa was
Lee Min-woo, she was.
Yeah.
Really
was
obsessed
my
with Lee
ult.
Min-woo.
He was my boo.
Yeah, he was your boo. So for me,
Taeyang?
it was Taeyang and Huisung.
Yeah.
Oh,
Huisung.
yeah.
Taeyang was later though. But
Taeyang was
Huisung.
later, but Huisung, I think he was like my first like real K-pop love. Like it was
Huisung.
Huisung. Yeah, like
We sung.
like oh
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh my god. 나를 사랑하면.
Oh, remember? And a one, and a two, and a 1, 2. 한 번만
내 맘을 들어줘. Every day, every night, I am missing you. Yeah, 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 yeah. 곁에 없어져.
It worked.
Silvia's our conductor. And a 1, and a 2, and a she started and stopped it. We went.
Oh, wow.
Good job, girl.
wow.
Good job.
I've done everything I wanted to do so far. Audio, address the audio listeners, beatbox, start my Anna One acapella group. Oh my god, guys, I love this. I love this podcast.
Okay, well, you. Okay, well, anyway, yeah, I just wanted to just kind of touch on that, just because I think a lot of you guys can relate to loving those groups too, and you guys kind of know where it all stemmed from. So it was like, just as Korean Americans, it's just I mean, I say this a lot again, but it's just like crazy how K-pop just blew up.
But you know what? Back then, bias wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
yeah,
That was
true.
not a word.
We just had our favorites.
It was
you know?
it was like, who's your favorite? Who do you like the most? It was not
Yeah.
like and even back then there weren't like intense like fan names for certain
Right.
artists and groups. Like it was just like, I really like this person.
It started.
It got it a
Did
little
it?
crazy.
It started.
Did the name kind of start with EXO?
No,
Or
it started with
before
Big
that?
Bang.
Shiny?
No, it started
Oh,
with Big
Big
Bang
Bang.
because VIPs.
Yeah,
was a
VIPs,
thing.
VIPs.
And I was a huge Big Bang fan.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I'm still obsessed with
took off.
Taeyang. But now he has a baby.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, now we're gonna
TOP bias.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
but can I just say really quick,
Yeah.
before even like, because we found out Seven when we were in Korea in 2003, we visited
Yeah.
Korea in a family trip, and we all love P and we knew Rain, but like before that, and we've mentioned this several times, but our like love for music and groups and like having our favorites or whatever,
Yeah.
it started with Backstreet Boys. So
It did.
Oh my
it all
gosh.
started from Backstreet Boys. You know, if you're a millennial and you grew up, it was
Yeah.
Christina Aguilera, Britney Spears, Mandy
Jessica
Moore,
Simpson.
Jessica.
Yes.
You want to see our
Backstreet
positions?
Boys,
Which
in
girl?
yes, we-
Spice Girls.
Spice
Spice
Girls
Girls was the OG.
Oh, yeah.
OG.
Yeah.
Like when we were
What we
baby,
grew up with.
Yeah.
but we
And-
still love them.
And you
Yeah.
know how Boyz II Men was a little before our time,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
we
yeah,
still
yeah,
loved
but we
them.
still-
We,
yeah,
but
yeah,
let's say our female girl solo group that
Solo-
you remember
solo
we were
artists.
saying we were like Sailor Mars
Yeah,
or
yeah.
blah blah.
Are the female artists that we like the most?
No,
that
who we
that we
represented.
said we were.
You remember growing up?
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
we
yeah.
all had a
Oh,
thing.
oh yeah, no, I remember. Okay, I love Christina Aguilera.
Yeah,
and
you were
her
Christina Aguilera.
her best friend. So we always
My
had
best
to.
friend at the time.
Yeah,
But the thing
No, but
is,
it is, she was part of our
however,
childhood.
It was a part of our
however,
childhood.
yeah, that's what I was about to say. During all this time,
This
she
some
was
tea right
with us.
here.
She was. It is some tea.
This is some tea.
The thing
CST.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, CST.
the crescent moon. We are.
Oh, sorry. There's fingerprints all over that moon.
But I wanted to say, so what I'm saying is, you know, like in it's not who you like more, but when we grew up, we were like, I'm this one,
Yeah.
I took that one, and I'm this person. So we said growing up, Christy was Christina Aguilera, her best friend was Britney Spears.
Yep.
Roseae was Jessica Simpson, and I was Mandy Moore.
Yeah.
And during that time, they were all like doing their solo.
Yeah,
girls.
and they were all out around the same time.
Yeah,
So
they
it was
were.
like, it was, I don't know, we were
They were-
so obsessed.
Yeah, they
I
were
don't
all
think
in
we've ever mentioned this.
J14 magazine. We would cut
J14,
out
oh
the
my
pictures,
goodness.
Yeah.
and then we're like, "Girl, here's a Christina Aguilera poster. This is you. Here's your Mandy Moore."
Oh my
And I
God.
would cut out Mandy Moore and be like, this is me, I'm her.
And then the prettiest picture we would see of the artists that each other are, we would give it to them because we're like, well, this is you, so you get it.
cards.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was our
magazine.
That was the
We used
you know
to
the
collect magazines.
the full
yeah.
page picture ones. That
Yeah.
was the equivalent of a photo card back then.
Yes. Oh my god. And
Yeah.
I remember. Oh my god. Yes.
We would go to Walmart and there was a magazine section and we would try to see if like Backstreet Boys was in it and we
Yeah.
would take that one, buy it, and
Yeah.
cut them out.
Yeah. Well, not that. So I'm just mentioning this because not that. So what my husband had my Jeff, Christy and Jeff channel.
Uncle
Pillbug. What he has said before was that it's like, oh, like no wonder you like BTS because you were always into like, like that kind of stuff. But that's not true because there's so many other people that love BTS that hasn't been into that kind of like that teeny bopper phase.
That's what I mean.
In the early 2000s, like 90s,
exactly.
early 2000s. Yeah. But anyway, I do want to mention that because it's not that that's why the love for like all that started, but we do have a history.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we have like a...
Because we have a history. We sound crazy.
No, we don't.
No, we're not crazy.
Oh, because someone's like, oh, you have a history of this.
Yeah.
I
actually used to joke around and be like, I'm a professional fangirl. I have had experience.
But we're loud and proud, girl.
Yeah. We finally got to see.
But it kind of goes along with the don't give a fuck, like, because we all have a little bit of that too.
Yeah, no, we all do.
Yeah. And it's also like we know we've always been like this. What's wrong with it? It's that type of vibe too. It's like we grew up like this too. There's nothing.
It's like I'm not trying to hide what I like, who I am.
Yeah,
and we're not actually crazy, so
are we?
We can pretend to be Delulu. Sometimes I can be Delulu, but I'm not actually Delulu.
Anyway, okay.
Cut that out.
Okay, so this is a little bit off topic, but just because we're still talking about like childhood things, I don't know why I keep just bringing up. I'm the one that keeps bringing up the embarrassing things, but one of the things I did want to talk about is we were always online watching, like Backstreet Boys or like whatever, like all that stuff and playing games. Mm-hmm. What's wrong?
There's something in my glass.
Oh shit!
What is that?
I thought I cleaned it.
Oh, it's like a seed. It's like chia seed.
Oh, okay.
As long as finger it out.
Ew! No.
No, as long as it's not a bug.
No, it's like a seed.
Okay, that's fine.
I know it's a seed.
I'll just drink the seed.
It fell into your cup, I think, as I was making yogurt one day.
I rinsed it.
It's not as long as it's not a bug, it's fine. Does it have legs?
The audio listener, sorry, there's a chia seed in her cup.
Take it out with your finger.
Yeah, just take it out with your finger.
It's your cup.
There you go. Get that bitch. Get it.
It's her wine glass. Oh, you put it on my cup.
You're done drinking your coffee.
Oh wow, she put it on her cup.
Wow.
She's the only one done with her coffee.
Anyway, Roseae just put her chia seed that she found in her wine cup in Silvia's coffee mug.
I'm the guest and they gave me a seed in my glass.
Okay, look.
I'm the special guest. How could you put a seed in my glass?
I have a question. Are you next segment?
Is that supposed to be you're planting seeds in my head?
We planned it all along.
I wish we gave you a straw in your wine glass so you would look like Hopi when you're like, Sprite.
Yeah,
okay,
Sprite.
anyway, yes, your question, Miss Christy.
I want to go through our most embarrassing screen names.
Screen names.
I know yours.
Oh, I know. Mine's pretty bad. Say mine. Can we go through mine first? Because mine are bad.
Wait. Hold on. Okay. Say yours.
So my very first screen name. I'm just exposing myself today.
You have two bad
Can you
ones.
go through your
Yeah.
names and then pick your most embarrassing one? Can you go through your list of names?
All of them?
No, just the ones you remember.
I remember them, but
Yeah.
my two most embarrassing ones.
Okay.
My very first screen name, Angel Destiny 73.
Doesn't that sound like a stripper name? Angel Destiny.
So it was Angel Destiny 73, and the 73. You know why? Christy has 7 letters. Pac has 3.
Yep.
My next one, which is even more cringy.
This is the one I was thinking about at
Yeah,
first.
I'm not saying
Angel Destiny.
But back then, if you think about it, everyone's screen name was weird and stupid.
So I was obsessed with Eminem. So my name was Sweet Shady's Baby. Anyway, what's your wish?
What's your wish?
What's yours?
I always thought that
Mine.
was cool, by the way. Sweet Shady's Baby.
You know, but at the time,
At the time, you thought it was cool.
I thought it was so cool because you were like Eminem, Slim Shady,
A Slim Shady.
But then
Slim Shady.
thinking about it now, I'm like, that was embarrassing. Sweet Shady's Baby.
To this day, Jeff still says sometimes he's like Sweet Shady's Baby.
Mine was okay. So I want to preface this with she was in 5th grade, I was in 2nd grade, right? Are those the
We were
ages?
very young.
Yeah,
It's not first screen names.
Yeah. I don't know, something around those ages. And so I had no idea what I wanted, and she was like, well, since your name's Rose Princess, so I capitalized Rose, all lowercase princess, and then 63 because same as the letters of my first name and last name. And then, okay, that is
That's
embarrassing
why it
in
was
itself.
63.
Yes, 63. But then
Counted.
what makes it worse is Silvia keeps thinking it was Rose Princess 69. I'm like,
it was not 69. I'm not joking. Every time I see her, I'm like, Rose Princess 69. And I'm like, it was 63. I thought it was 69.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Wait, that's your only one? You had another one.
Wait, no, can I say what my favorite one of yours was?
I have a favorite one of yours too.
Okay, you want to say it at the same time?
3, 2, 1.
Korean Wolfie.
That was
I was like, you're so cool.
Wait, why are you Korean Wolfie?
You remember?
Okay,
I don't.
Okay. So because
I know this origin story.
when we were very little, Christy used to always say that I was not a blood sister, and
I
that she,
did?
yes, she would always say
this.
that I was adopted,
Oh, I remember
and that
this.
I mean I knew it wasn't true, but she would always say the story. I don't really know why, but she would always say that my
was just
parents.
being a
She was
older
just being
sister.
that my parents found me under a bridge being raised by wolves, and they're like, I need to take this little baby, and then she always used to say, oh, you were adopted and you were raised by wolves originally, and then I obviously knew that it was fake, but then so I was like, I'm gonna turn that into my screen name, and it was so cute the way I wrote it.
It was actually cute.
Koreeun, Korean, and then Wolfie, and all like different capital lowercase kind of stuff.
I love.
You know, I honestly to this day didn't know why it was Wolfie.
I
Really?
knew that.
Yeah, no,
I think
I
it's
didn't.
because by the time I made it, she was in college.
Oh, was it?
No,
I thought it was so
actually,
cool.
no.
I
I didn't
think
have that in
so.
high school. My
Yeah.
screen name in high school was my Korean name. I had the typical Korean girl name. Korean name with an X3.
Me too.
I
I
had
had my
X3 too.
so my Korean name is Chonghae, so I wrote Chonghae X3.
Mine was Changmi X3.
Yeah. That was like why I was actually proud of that one.
That was my favorite one.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Okay,
Because it was
so-
simple and cute.
Yeah.
So my very first ever. This is not embarrassing, but it was Pinky no Korsu.
Oh yeah, that was cute.
That
That was my first ever like email and
Pinky
then
no Korsu 413.
413. Oh, you remember? I was
Yeah.
gonna say that. And then I thought it was so cool because my next one was Lil Sil.
Oh
413. It was Lil Sil 413, and I thought,
You know, back then, that's because everything was Lil Bow Wow.
yeah.
Lil Romeo.
Was it like Lil Aaron?
Lil
or something?
Kim.
Aaron Carter. Or-
Just Aaron
it was just
Carter.
Aaron Carter.
Yeah.
Lil Bow Wow though.
Lil Bow Wow.
Lil Kim.
Yeah,
And I
Lil
used to say,
Kim.
even back then, I was like, that would be my rapper name, Lil
Yeah,
Sil.
we did say that.
But then, okay, I have two. So then, phone. Okay, I don't know if you guys remember, but I had one called X Phone X Addict X.
I remember
And
this.
so that was Phone Addict.
Addict?
Yeah,
Yes, it was
yeah,
so
yeah.
stupid.
Wait,
I
must have
definitely
been. I
in
must have been in
college.
college.
I remember
Yes, that
thinking,
one for
like,
sure.
I just remember thinking like, I'm addicted to the phone. I love talking on the phone. So I made my Phone Addict.
Okay, that's pretty
And then,
embarrassing.
but the one I thought was real cool, and this is when all my little friends started copying me, and I got really mad. I wrote, OMG, it's Silvia.
Oh, I remember that
And
one.
that was my.
I do
That
remember
was it.
that one.
And I was like, that one's it. And then everyone in my whole school started making OMG, it's blank.
So you started it?
Yeah.
Oh, what a trendsetter.
Well, back then I really thought it was original, and now it's not. But it was OMG. It's
And
Silvia.
even now, she's Hello, I'm Christy. So it's kind of similar.
Oh, it's a little the same.
Oh
It's
yeah,
a
yeah.
little the
No, but there's a
OMG,
backstory.
it's Christy.
But on my social media, on my individual social media, there's a reason why I'm Hello, I'm Christy. Do you guys know?
Why? I don't know.
same. Yes.
Do you?
Yes.
What?
No, say it.
Okay, you say if it's right or not.
Okay, I
It's
will.
because
You say if it's right or
it's
not.
because so I always went by Christy ever since I was baby. I always went by Christy, but it was never.
You're saying what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Okay. It was never my legal name until because I was born in Korea, but so I always went by like Chonghae. But then it was never my legal name. So then when I changed it to my legal name, and then that's when Instagram and stuff started like. Everyone started doing Instagram.
Yeah.
So I created my name as Hello, I'm Christy because I wasn't just Chonghae anymore. I was legally Christy.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm Christy.
That's my Instagram origin story. Obviously, you can tell there's certain things that each of us knew about just because we lived together. And at one point, I went to college, and then but at one point we hung out
lived-
more,
Also, we lived together.
and we lived together. Yeah, right.
We had an apartment together.
Yeah.
They were roomies.
Yeah,
not,
we- yeah.
not just like live together because we're sisters.
Yeah.
I mean, under our parents' house. Like, we lived together separately as a young adult.
Yeah, as like in our early mid-20s, we used to live together. And then right now, because she lives on the other side of the country, me and Silvia see each other more.
Yeah.
So it's like all different. But I was just like curious, like what do you think like basically changed since we all lived together? Like has anything changed? And then what has stayed the same? Like that.
About like our sister
Like I guess like our relationship
Well,
or just in general. Yeah, just anything.
well, okay. I mean, I don't know if this is exactly what you mean, but like
I
for
don't-
me
I don't
as
know.
a middle child growing up,
Yeah.
I grew up since I'm 3 years younger than Christy, 3 years older than Silvia.
Yeah.
I had, I guess, like the most like relationship in terms of experiencing life with both of them.
Right. Growing up when we're really young.
Because I went to elementary school with Christy, and I hung out with her and her friends. And then like when she got older, she started hanging out with her own friends, and like didn't want to hang out with her younger sisters, but she was too cool for that. And then I would hang out with Silvia. I mean, we obviously
knew my best friends.
Yeah, too. And then I would also hang out with Silvia, and because then we went to school together once she got to the age where she was in elementary school with me and all that kind of stuff. And then I went to high school with her when I was a freshman, she was a senior, and then vice versa. Like with Silvia was a freshman, I was a senior. So like I got like the experience of all of that.
Both of us.
Yeah, and then so anything that Christy got to experience as the older sister and I was the younger, I was like, I get to do that now with Silvia. Like I get to drive her to high school and like all that kind of stuff. And then so I got that. Oh, and because I'm the middle child, I didn't know this until like, I don't know, maybe a few years ago. I don't know if it was one of our husbands or just a friend, I don't know who asked this, and they were like, did all three of you guys fight a lot growing up? And then I said immediate yeah, and then the two of them were like no, and they both were like Christy said I mostly fought with Roseae, and Silvia said I mostly fought with Roseae. And the two of them didn't fight because now
I was like Google Gaga, and she was like, I'm a flirty girl.
I had a necklace that said flirt. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, but because the two of them were 6 years apart, they didn't really have things to fight about. I mean, obviously, now that we're all adults, like, we're all, like, the same or whatever.
We're all 80 years old.
Yeah. But when we were younger, I didn't realize that the dynamic between the two of them was not the same as this direction and this direction.
That's really interesting.
I had no idea. But the thing is, I had no idea until an adult.
Yeah, that's true. Because you were so close to both of us that you were like, we did fucking fight.
Yeah, I'm like, I fought with both of you guys a lot. And then you guys were like, we never fought. And I was like, never? And then you guys were like, nope.
Yeah. Can I say something though? It's interesting because since you were in the middle and there's a perfect 3-year age gap between both of us.
3 years and 2 months.
Yeah. That's
God, not to the day, but
I mean, just because you're mentioning that, our birthdays are each 2 months apart.
Yeah, we said that before.
Yeah. 3 years and 2 months.
December, if you don't know, it's December, February, and April.
Yeah.
February. Anyway, so I wanted to say, I love the fact that like you experience both middle school and high school with Christy and middle school and high school with me. Oh, right.
Yeah.
So, but then what came back full circle is I went to college in the same college. I went to college at the same school as Christy. So when I went to college in the same area, she was still living in that same college city. Yeah. So Christy and I bonded during that time.
Yeah.
And I was still in college 2 hours away from where they were living.
Right.
We were all close.
So what's really interesting is, I guess for both of us growing up, we were both closest to Roseae.
Yeah,
when it comes to like
from
everything
up to like high school.
Yeah. Like childhood, growing up, puberty, and then later it came full circle because then Christy and I got closer throughout my college years. All throughout my college years, she was in the same city, so she was like my mama bird, feeding me and stuff. And then later,
I would even because we actually technically went to the same school because I was in grad school the same time you were in.
We were both undergrad at the same college.
Yeah, so we were at the same college. So and I would actually sleep over at her
my dorm. Yeah,
we would drink and stuff. Food and like so then that's how to this day why we're the three of us.
Yeah, that's true.
Wow, I didn't really.
I guess
that
me neither. So if you think about it, if you never went to the same undergrad as her, it might not be the same dynamic.
Yeah, and so
I mean we'd still be close,
but not the dynamic that it is now.
Yeah, I do know because we got way more comfortable with each other through my college years, but I think our initial bonding moment for Christy and I was watching 연애 편지, like love letter together.
It came back around.
When we found our love for like Shinhwa and like obsessing over that.
Shinhwa and 동방신기.
Yeah. So but that was like what year around was that?
I would say like 2006-07.
Yeah, 2006-07 is when we found a bond. That's when we found a connection where we're like
first connection.
We loved it. Like we knew we both loved that.
Yeah.
And like we all loved watching reality shows anyway, or just like game shows and stuff. But
this is
for Christy and I, that's our moment where we were like, because we were already all
when I would come visit home from, it was like maybe my, I don't know, first year of college or something like that. I would come home and then we would go to the Korean store to rent tapes together every summer.
Yeah, we're like Love Letter season 3. We were like we watched every single episode.
So it came back around.
Yeah, it came back around.
And you know what? We always have said this about you. So okay, so then also during that time when you were in the same area as Silvia, you would still and when Silvia wasn't there and when she was still there, you would also come visit me at college
I would
too.
a lot.
Like there was a while that it was like every weekend, and I'd be like, "Oh, come to my apartment." When I was living like 2 hours away, so she would like be like, "I need to get away from like this stuff up here." Like she just wanted to like come hang out with me, and then so she would do that. And then also I really wanted to live in that area that you were in. So then I was like, I can't wait to live there. And then now I hate that area because there's so much traffic. I mean, if everything was on foot, I'd still love it. But anyways.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of the top metropolitan areas. So.
But
anyway.
But yeah, you would always come visit me. Oh, she would like tell me all these stories about like last weekend, Silvia.
Wait, can I have a question for you guys, because we talked about this before, and I don't know if it's still the same way, because this was like we're very introspective. We love just dissecting. We love picking. We're very psychological. But so like I think a year or a few years ago, you know, like you guys used to live with each other and you guys were roommates, and like growing up, like also you guys were always like, we're twins, everything we love is the same.
Oh, we did.
And I like growing up, I kind of felt like I was like the different one, even like we mentioned before, I was like a drama musical kid or whatever. And then
we were like, Christy and I were like, we're more athletic and Silvia's more the creative side.
Right. So it was always kind of like that. But then growing up, we kind of became, you know, like in general, we're like, we're triplets. We're all the same. Yeah. But anyway,
we're all the same, but also very different.
So I know we discussed this a lot too. I think we've talked about this too. So like, you know, when you guys are hanging out, or we're hanging out, who like, do you get like,
do you
FOMO?
relate to more?
No, FOMO. So like, remember? So for me,
do we get FOMO if you're not the one?
Right.
Who? Oh, if the other two are
like
hanging out.
Okay, listen. So like on a scale of like 0, so like say it's just us. Yeah. Roseae and Silvia. Yeah. You're not here.
Yeah. And on a scale of 1 to 10 or something.
How much FOMO do you get?
But let's all think of it. Okay. Let us not go down the line because we're gonna get influenced. But do you get extreme FOMO when just the two of the sisters are hanging out? The one sister is left out. So as the left out sister, how much FOMO do you get when the pairs? Yeah, when the pairs are together. So 0 means I don't give a fuck. I could be left out forever.
I have mine.
10 is
I have my answer.
10 is if they hang out too much, I'm gonna cry. And I'm legit going. I don't feel like their sister.
No, okay, I have mine too.
Oh, you have mine? Okay.
You have mine.
So on the FOMO scale.
Okay.
So mine.
Do you have your number 2?
Okay.
If you guys were
put it on your fingers.
My fingers?
To show.
We're not gonna be influenced. It's our own answer.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Just say your number. You have your number, right? Yeah. Mine is an 8.5. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Mine's very different.
Oh, me too.
Oh, you don't care.
Wait. I'm wondering what yours is now.
Okay, should we say ours at the same time?
Yeah. I'm gonna put my
yours is 8.5.
Yes. 8.5 on the FOMO scale, but
10 being I want to cry, 0 being I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, and then
she'll be like 0.
No, it's not 0. It's not 0.
I'm kidding.
Okay, put it on your finger. I want to see.
Okay. 3, 2, 1,
4. Oh, you're 2.
2.
I was gonna say 3, but yours is 4. Oh, okay.
No,
what the
It's not that I don't. Zeros I don't give a fuck.
No,
1 is like don't care. 2 is like I care a little bit, but not really.
I was gonna say 3, but then I did 4.
I was debating between 2 and 3.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So the order of FOMO scale is 2, 4, and 8.
You know, I could have guessed that.
Oh, you
I thought you were more of a 5.
You know,
I thought you were gonna say 10.
You know what's funny? I thought you were more of a 5.
Oh.
Yours is I knew you were gonna be around 8.
I thought you were gonna be 10.
Well, I mean, so to describe my 8.5, it's like I just truly, I mean, not that you guys don't like being around us, but like whenever you guys are doing stuff, I want to be there, like literally just doing it with you.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you guys, it's not that you guys don't feel that way, but if you see us doing it, you're like, oh, I hope they're having fun.
Well,
like,
well, I think the difference.
Oh, Dolly's eating Levy's food.
Well, I think the difference is that like we all would like to be there, but I think it's how we start to internalize that feeling of like I'm left out and then how do you like what do you do with that feeling? Because you then I think start to like, you're like, what are they doing? What are they talking about? What am I missing? Right? And because you know what I noticed is like when since we both since all three of us live separately, when us two are together, I notice you text me more and call me more when I'm with her than when I'm separate.
You notice that?
Yeah.
You do that.
I know, because I would call either you or her to be like, what are you doing?
Yes,
She's like, hey guys, what you doing?
And then I'm like, well, I'm gonna be there in one day.
I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you in 1 hour.
No, I know I do. I know I do that.
And then
and that's interesting. We both thought each other was flipped.
Yeah.
But okay, say your yours.
So but wait, I want to go back to her.
Okay.
So like that's not surprising at all because we've talked about this. Like all three of us have talked about this about you.
Yeah.
So like when we were growing up, I guess Silvia didn't really realize because she wasn't really a part of it. It comes back to me being the middle child and like having experiences with both of you guys, similar experiences, is like when she was in, I'd say like 8th or 9th grade. No, actually like elementary, all of elementary basically, sorry. All our childhood.
Childhood.
When I was in elementary. All throughout like our childhood that we all lived together, and you had your own group of friends and all that kind of stuff. I had my own group of friends, obviously, like, you know, classmates and stuff. But Christy would almost always invite me to her friends' events and stuff like that. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, so for example, the things that come to most to mind to me are when you were, like I said, 8th and 9th grade. And this happened all throughout childhood, but the most around that age where it's like, you know, I was like a 5th or 6th grader and you were like 8th or 9th grader. I was like, oh, I'm hanging out with like high schoolers. And like when you even went and then as I started hanging out with your friend group more and you got to like 10th grade, 11th grade, I still hung out with, and then I became part of that friend group basically, you know?
Yeah, you were.
And then and then I thought that she was just like, you're cool enough to hang out with us. Later on, we found out that she just has so much social anxiety that she just wanted me to basically be her emotional support animal.
Emotional support.
And, like, long story short, like, that's the, like,
they're my comfort. I think, and anyone with like crazy social anxiety can attest to like how you feel and like to be around either your pet or your family.
Sister, family,
But I mean, I think it went away when I got older in high school through college. Like it went away. Like it's back now, but it went away. And so it makes sense why like early years it was more like that.
Well, and if you think about it, we were all, when we were very young, like 8 years old kind of stuff, like the three, you know, like when you're young and you have neighborhood friends and stuff, the three of us never wanted to hang out with neighborhood kids. We were all just like the three of us, and then like we'd be playing like sports outside in the backyard, and we'd be like, kids would come up to us and be like, can we play with you guys? We'd be like, no.
We did
because we only wanted to hang. We literally just loved, because we knew how to play the games and stuff, like and how we would, if we're like personifying certain characters in, you know, our like little games, we knew how to do it. And then if other kids
one else could play with us and understand
it.
But I have a question. If we were all like this growing up, how come y'all are like less than a 5?
Wait, can I say something really quick though? I always thought I knew you were always with her at like these events, but in my mind I was always like, this is what I honestly thought. I thought you were just dragging her along, and you like basically because you're that's your little sister. I'm too young to go anyway. So I figured it was more in my head. What I always saw was like, oh, like Roseae's going off with Christy again because you're like, that's my little sister. I can't leave her out. But Silvia's like goo gaga baby. So I just saw it in that lens where I'm like, oh, she has to take Roseae.
Okay, you know what's so funny
but
about
I didn't think of it as me just taking her just to take her. I genuinely like being
No, and I loved hanging out with you too.
But I think also because your friends loved her too.
Oh, they
so did. And it just worked out because you guys were already best friends anyway. So you were just like going with her.
But back to your question. You were like, well, if we were all like that, why are our scores so low? Okay, here's my theory on this. I think this is right. Is as the oldest sister, you have a lot of influence on us, and then so I think I kind of like had a little bit of that, but I think if I was the oldest, and you were like, let's say our roles were switched, I think that I don't know, this is just what I think.
Yeah.
I think that the three of us as a whole wouldn't have as much like social, like don't want to hang out with that person kind of thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
She's
like,
saying her influence, if she were the older sister, her influence on us would have been different.
A little bit different.
Yeah, I mean,
because I do have it, but as I got older, I was just naturally didn't have it as much when I wasn't with you.
Roseae is talking.
But like Silvia said, going back to like one of her strengths of uniting us, I think because Christy does have that uniting factor, because you're more like that, because you're natural of like, oh, just want to hang out with us kind of thing, it made us closer as sisters, I think.
I like how she spun this.
I do, but I really
anxiety into yes.
No, but really, like, because if you think about it, because okay, I'm gonna like kind of keep going on like how I experienced both sides of it.
Yeah.
So I experienced that with you, right? Like you being the older sister, you allowing me to come hang out with your friends and kind of stuff. And so once I got to that age where I was like, Christy took me around and now I should take Silvia around, I was like, Christy did that as the older sister. I told you this before. I told Silvia this before, where I was like, I feel like I should take Silvia around and hang out with my friends because Christy did, but I don't want to. I want to hang out with me and my friends. Because I was like, Silvia is not going to relate because she's not our age, and like I love hanging out with her, but she's not she's 3 years younger, and when you're young, that's a big age gap.
Yeah,
you know?
back then. Yeah.
And then I was like, I want to, so I would do it sometimes, but also you also didn't want to come as much.
Right. Okay.
So should we both naturally?
Yeah. You can come back to that. But I'm so happy you said that, because so the reason why my number is low as well for FOMO, I was gonna say like whether 3 or something, because this kind of goes to what I said earlier with like the drama thing. I have two older sisters, and they're all like, she's like, I want to be a singer, and then she's, they're both just like, I'm older than you, headstrong, very, but anyway,
strong-willed and
me growing up, for Christy and Roseae, they were like twins to me. Like they both did the same things.
We felt like that about each other,
and they both loved the same things or whatever. And I did too. But I remember growing up and being like, I want to be different. I was like, I want to be different
for the baby.
No, but it was. And I was like, I want to stand out somehow, because I'm always growing up. All throughout growing up, elementary school, middle school, high school, they'd be like, oh, Silvia, I was known as their little sister.
Yeah.
So for me, I was like, I don't have a name. I'm just known as Christy and Roseae's little sister. So I think that's where it stemmed from, where I was like, I want to stand out differently and be an individual. And so then even with like you or Christy or Roseae growing up, I'd be like, I don't care. I'm like less interested in what they're interested in. That for me, I was like, I'm like this punk rock emo girl, and I was like getting into Simple Plan, and I remember making my like first mixtape and being like, I love Simple Plan and blah 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 and all this emo shit. But that's when like rock was getting like heavily influenced. Yeah. But anyway, my point is, growing up, I was kind of always like trying to be different. Yeah. But at the end of the day, growing up, I found out it was just me trying to stand out.
As the youngest.
Because the influence is always their little sister.
I mean, this relates to that and our just upbringing as like Asian Americans or Korean Americans, but like we all did really well in school. But then me and Roseae, we would get like pretty much the same grades, like basically all A's and maybe a B here and there.
I did too.
No, you did too. But I remember specifically like if you got one bad grade, then you were like, oh my god, because we did so well.
Oh no, that was the part of it.
That's what I mean.
Oh my gosh,
that's what I mean.
I hated my life because I was in calculus, and Roseae's calculus teacher was my calculus teacher.
Yeah.
And
Sorry.
But I just want to say, I remember, I think it was in middle school. High school. I got my first C on my report card, and I was like, oh my god, I'm a failure. I hate my life. I'm done. And then I just remember being like, because it's always a comparison.
You know what made it worse for you?
Because you were what?
So because Christy did really well like academically. it's funny that Silvia's saying I want to be seen as different.
Yeah.
Because like everything basically you did, I think I don't remember thinking like I want to beat you, but it gave me that competitive drive to want to do as well or better.
Yes.
Because I felt like I was gonna. I mean, maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it's a good thing or a bad thing. Because I didn't want to be seen. Well, I didn't want to be seen as a failure because, like Silvia said, like I was seen in Christy's shadows. So I was like, I don't want to be seen as the dumb sister or like the one who doesn't have like work ethic or whatever. So like she set it up to like she set the bar like here. So I was like, I gotta match it.
Yeah.
And then, but then maybe having two sisters is a different like mindset.
Yeah.
You know?
And well, yeah.
I mean, two older sisters.
But and that was the thing too. But like I always saw you guys like different anyway, because like as even through high school, I was like, oh, you're really different than her. But anyway, just in general, like our like growing up with Amma and Appa, they were really good about being like really strict but letting us like play and stuff. They had like a good balance with our upbringing, as like our childhood upbringing was really great. Like we got to like we would eat like McDonald's and like, you know, we didn't have a strict insane Asian household stereotypical
certain things yes, but certain things no.
Well but not to the point where we'd be like, you know, like beat for like Amma would never be like, you're fat. You know, like the stereotype.
When all our other Asian American friends told us about their parents, we would be like, "Oh,
that's true." Right, because that was a common thing too. Like a lot of my like Asian friends, they would be like, "My mom like is always telling me I'm fat," or blah blah blah.
But I think that also comes down to like now we're just complimenting our parents. It's like I think they had a good balance of like authority, but respect. So like we wanted to do things because like
that's what I'm saying.
Like we gained their respect. And you know, like,
and that's what I'm saying. Like, I think that when it comes down to it, that's why we were still able to do that and like influence each other that way. Because Amma and Appa, we had such a great childhood. Like we didn't grow up like traumatized over weird things. You know, like we really did have a
in our house.
And I think I wanted to say that because that's why we're so close. Because our mom and dad were so good about like doing family things together, putting us all on vacation, trying to make the best for us. So that's why we're like triplets.
At the end of the day, everything boiled down to like family is our priority, and no matter what, like if we were out hanging out with our friends, we had to be home by dinner time to have family dinners and like stuff like that.
And holidays were a big thing, and
birthdays, holidays, we always have to get together like to this day.
And a common theme that I noticed, no matter what type of videos I would put out, like hey, whether it's hair, skits, blah blah blah, vlogs, the main comments would be like, I love your family. That was the main thing. So I knew,
fake it.
Yeah. They were always like, oh, you guys, I feel like you're a sister. So I hope you feel like our family right now.
Yeah. Wow, that was a great wrap up to
I tried to put it together. I tried to hug it together.
Yeah, no, but I mean, I'm just really glad how close we are. Like I don't know, like there's nothing more that I find like, I don't know, maybe that's why I'm an 8.5 the FOMO scale. I don't know.
Wait, can we go back to that real quick?
What? The FOMO scale?
I want to talk about the FOMO scale. I just think it's funny.
Fear of missing out if anyone's confused us.
I'm just tracking time.
Can I? Oh, no, it's okay.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm just saying, yes.
We're running late.
What time
We're running a little
Can I say
over.
What time it is?
It's been an hour and a half.
Oh, I just want to hear, what I really want to hear is your perspective on like my number. Like what do you think about like my number?
No, I think it makes sense.
But like elaborate.
Yeah, I think
because I elaborated on yours. I'm just curious.
Yeah,
because she and I have talked about this a lot. Actually.
Yeah, I came up with that because we discussed it.
Well, I think because yes, you have been close to us when we were. So okay, let me just rewind a little bit. I don't remember, it was a birthday last year. I don't remember exactly which birthday, but we did a game where you and then my hubby Jeff played against each other about who knows me more.
Oh yeah,
was that last year?
No,
was that a live
like
stream?
2 years ago or something.
Or was it 2 years ago?
Oh my god, I hosted it.
And then she hosted it.
I hosted Christy's birthday live stream on my channel, and I made Christy's husband and Roseae go against each other of who knows Christy better.
So the funniest part is they both really clearly know me, but from everyday stuff, I mean, the current day stuff, my hubby got right. But then everything, she would answer things more that related to when we lived together. So I think the fact that like we were, I mean, one, we were very, very close, but you lived the furthest away from us for so long in the recent years. So like you went to college further away than me and Silvia. And then after that, you moved across the country. So it was a sense of like you got used to not being here together more.
I was gonna say that.
So then of course throughout the years, not that you don't want to hang out with us and not that you don't have fun when we're together.
You're more okay with it.
But you're more okay with it because you're so used to just being
and you've
away.
accepted that too.
And you've accepted it. But then Silvia is also close to the lower number because like you said, you didn't care to be with us even growing up.
I've always been like that.
I always would say to her, like I said, like, because since she always took me around with her friends, I was like, you want to come hang out? And so was like, no. I remember.
Where me, I would just be like, yeah, come with me. I mean, one, I did have social anxiety, or I do, but back then, there was no title on social anxiety. I didn't know why.
But we just loved hanging out together.
No, but we did love hanging out together.
But you know what's funny? I realized I didn't want to hang out with you because the social anxiety, but I did really want to.
There was
a
little bit of like that.
But growing up now, I have a crazy social anxiety. Before I didn't even think I had
but as the oldest sister, because I don't have an older sister, I mean, yes, I am influenced by friends or TV or like or society in general, yes, but at the same time, because I'm the oldest, I am always like, oh, this is what I like and here you go, and I spread, you know, especially growing up, like that's just like how you are as the oldest, like that's just how
I think that was my thing where I was like, I knew all of our influences came to you from you, like basically, like what you liked, we are gonna end up liking it, because we all love the same things. And then for me, I was like, what do I like, you know? So it was like a thing with that, and so I felt like YouTube was like my thing. You know what I mean? Where I was like, this is my baby.
And then I imposed into your little world.
No, she became the younger sister.
Well, with YouTube, she taught me everything I know about like YouTube.
But because of YouTube, that's where I found my like quote unquote identity, where I was like, this is the one thing that I have that my sisters don't.
Oh my god, and you know, oh my god, and you know that's what's so beautiful about that is that like because I always thought I had my path and my identity, but then because you started branching off into something that you actually wanted to do, I sat there with my little law books and I was literally like, wait, this is not what I want. And then I actually like a lot of the creative stuff. I've always actually been creative too, but I felt like I was forced to stray away from it. Like honestly, that's how I felt.
Like in terms of a career.
A career, because you know, you can't do that kind of career. But anyway, and then because she started doing it and our age started getting closer because we got older, that I was like, oh no, like I do like this, and I did have an interest.
It is okay to pursue more.
So oh my god. So anyway, we're all triplets.
The whole summary, we're triplets.
The whole summary, it all came back around. But anyway, we do have to wrap this up.
Yes, with the most important question.
Yeah. So I hope you guys actually felt like you kind of got to know us more as individuals and not just like screaming sisters in front of the camera.
Not just the Power Pack girls.
Yeah, not just the Power Pack girls, but we do have our individual quirks, and I'm glad. Like I feel a little like, I don't know, a little bit like I got to know you guys a little more.
I think we knew everything that we said.
There were some things that I didn't know.
I guess there were a couple things, but I also think that the people who watch like you guys on a regular basis, probably a lot of these things aren't surprising. Like it's like clicking, it's like, oh, I kind of knew that about them, and it's like the explanation is like, oh, that's why I felt that way, that person was that way, you know.
And I love the fact that we have all of what we're saying that people like, you know, pill bugs or whatever may already know. It's all condensed into one long episode. But I also
it's just confirming things.
Right. Okay. Before we get into a very important question, I also want to say, you guys are not pill bugs. You might know my channel and you guys are pill bugs, but we do have an upcoming fandom name.
Yes,
and
we do.
You have it picked out?
Yes. But we would love to see if you guys have any suggestions or creative names for our fandom. We have one in mind. So if you would like to send your suggested fandom name to the PAKCST, we have an email. You can send it out. It's the PAKCST@gmail.com. Send us your suggestions of what
or in the comments below.
Or comments below. Oh my god, YouTube. If you're on YouTube, write it under the comment section. Let us know what you would think or hope our fandom name will be, because we don't even officially have one yet, but we have an idea of one.
Yeah, we have an idea.
And it will be revealed in the next episode.
Is it cute?
Yes, it's cute,
it's
girl.
cute.
Oh,
And
We're not even telling you yet.
Relates to
To
you.
us.
To us.
Yeah.
they wouldn't tell me about anything about the.
We
I
already told
saw
you, girl.
all-
We already told you the fandom name.
You did?
Yeah, you forgot.
By the way,
I
you know the
forgot.
fandom name.
Don't say
Don't
it if
say
you
it.
remember.
Don't say it.
But what we're saying is, if anyone comes up with a cool idea, don't be afraid to like give us a creative suggestion. But anyway, just putting it out there.
Yeah. So we are going to go to the last segment of episode 1. So we are going to end every episode with the hot tub game. And you guys know we had it in the pilot. And you guys know what this is. It's putting our guest or each other in what would you rather situation.
Who would you rather be with in this situation, aka the hot tub game?
So this is the question for you,
Okay.
our special guest. Okay, so our question is, who, and correct me if I say this wrong. Okay,
Don't say it wrong.
okay, who would you rather be partners with on Dancing with the Stars?
I already know my answer.
Oh, you do?
You don't know the members.
You don't know the
we're saying.
members?
The members? You're talking about the pros?
No.
No.
Huh?
No. Okay, no.
She said throwing
You
me
say
for
the
a
first
loop.
one.
I'll say the first one.
Okay.
Okay.
For a loop.
So who would you rather be partners with on Dancing with the Stars? And if you guys don't know, she is the biggest Dancing with the Stars fan.
Who
I mean,
is
I
your
love it
favorite
too.
partner on Dancing with the Stars?
Who is your favorite partner?
My favorite pro?
Who's your favorite pro?
Valentin Shmerkovsky. I don't know his last name.
I gotta say, I learned about
Valentin Shmerkovsky.
I learned about
Val.
Val because of her, and
I mean, I think I watched it first though.
You
right?
did.
But then you but you were always like the dancer.
Okay, no, don't say that. I'm not a dancer.
yes, she is. She's
she
the
is.
interpretive dancer.
I don't
She's like,
have any. Okay, that's.
she broke her foot earlier this holiday because she was trying to
I
interpret a
didn't
dance.
break my foot.
When it was
I
bleeding
got a
profusely.
cut.
It
I got
literally
a
started
cut.
bleeding. I don't know what that is, but
Okay.
she started bleeding. Anyway, so
I'm not a dancer.
Okay.
I think I'm just a more of a watching dancing enthusiast.
No,
than
girl,
a-
no,
but
you
I
know
do-
what it is? I'm not a singer either, but I love singing.
No. Okay, can I just? Say
I have
this?
no dance background.
Oh, okay. But can I say I think you're more passionate about dancing.
That's what yeah.
Right. So anyway,
Yeah. So, who would you rather
You say
be
the
part?
first one.
Okay.
Like if these were the pros and I was like the star.
Yes.
dancing.
like you're
Okay,
the star.
you are the star.
From
Who would you rather
your
be partners?
Preston and Miles Instagram.
Yes.
Huh?
No, girl, stop.
Preston and Miles Instagram.
Nothing.
No.
What?
Who would you rather be partners with on Dancing with the Stars?
Okay.
Park Jimin or
Homie.
oh,
J-Hope
you
from
have
BTS.
to pick one because this is the last segment.
Oh
You
my
have to pick
god!
one.
Oh shoot! You can't say I'd rather die.
No, yeah, because when
Oh,
so the thing is, her
Yeah.
BTS biases are Hobie and
Hobie and
Jimin,
Jimin.
and she will not choose one, which is fine, but she
And
can't
they're-
choose one. But with Dancing with the Stars, you have to pick one.
And they're both dancers.
And
though.
just
Oh,
we know.
Okay, let's break it down. So there's different kinds of dances
Styles.
that they
Yes,
do, right? Like the
it
cha-cha, the
is.
salsa, Viennese waltz, all of that. Think about all
my
of
God.
that.
And
Oh
this
my
doesn't mean that
God.
she's picking who she loves more.
No,
it's just
no,
on
as
this
a dancer.
season. Who would you choose?
Oh my god.
Sylvia actually thought of this and it was genius.
That was my
This is a really good question.
You know why? She was like, I hate the hot tub game.
Yeah, but then we threw in
But
Dancing
I was
with the
like,
Stars.
if we're talking about Dancing with the Stars, she's gonna love it.
Yeah. Okay, so Miss Roseae Pack, what would you pick?
Oh.
Girl, come on.
Well, okay, because
No,
like
no,
if it
break
was,
it down. Think out
okay,
loud.
yeah, break it
Think
down.
out
If
loud.
it was,
Break it down.
if it's like depending on the dances, obviously for the whole season, like you do every style of dance, right?
Yes.
So like that's what I have
Yeah,
to think
yes,
about.
yes, yes,
I think I know what she's gonna
But
pick.
like if it's certain dances, like if it was contemporary or Viennese waltz, Jimin. But
Okay.
then if it was like salsa, all, like more Latin dances, and definitely the freestyle would be Hobie.
Oh, I don't know
I was
because
gonna say Jimin
felt
about the
her.
Latin.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Latin feel Jimin too.
Anyway, but this is her.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
Overall.
Overall,
Who
because
could you win the mirror
if you guys
ball
don't
with?
know Dancing with the Stars,
Oh
they
my
cover
gosh.
a variety of dance styles, so that's why she's struggling so
all
hard.
ballroom dances they do.
Yeah.
Oh, this is hard.
Yeah. By the way, she's gonna go see the actual Dancing with the Stars.
I'm gonna see the live show in March.
Oh,
this is my second live show I'm gonna go see.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
This is a great question.
Yeah. I went like 3 or 4 years ago.
Oh my god, that's cool.
Yeah,
Did you see Derek?
Derek wasn't there.
Oh.
And Val wasn't there either.
Val was on his own tour with his brother.
That wasn't Caitlin Bristow's season, right?
No.
That sounds so cool.
This was like a while ago.
I don't watch Dancing with the Stars. I only watch clips. I know JoJo Siwa was sick recently. I'm just saying. I saw all that.
You have to be able to talk about the pros.
I really don't know.
You
but
have to learn the pros,
She showed me so much Val that I'm just like Val because he's so hot and he can dance his ass off.
Yeah, there's some hot pros.
He really is.
Sharna is so hot.
Oh, Sharna.
She is.
You know, Sharna came to my old work and
oh yeah,
and Daniela.
Yes,
She is my next. She's my next Sharna.
Oh.
Who's the girl who danced with Iman?
Daniela.
I like her a lot.
I love her.
Okay, anyway, girl.
This is very difficult.
She's never actually chosen between
Nope,
them.
not picking.
No, girl, you have to pick.
Or you're not on the season.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just you're going with your first instinct, girl. Doesn't mean who you love more.
I have my guess. Can you guess too? Just lock it in. I have mine.
Okay. Wait.
I have mine for her. This was my gut.
Okay, well I have my gut too.
Okay.
Okay, I think I have a decision.
Okay.
I think I have an answer.
Okay. You reveal when you're ready.
Okay. Okay, this is so hard to pick.
I know.
Your time is up.
Yeah,
Okay.
time's up.
Okay, this is really
gotta
hard
end
to
this
pick.
podcast.
But as a dance partner for Dancing with the Stars specifically,
Yep.
I think I would pick Hobie.
Say it on count of 3. Who you thought?
Okay.
3.
Don't change your
2,
answer.
1.
Jimin.
I genuinely. But I think you know
so hard
what's
to pick.
unfair.
What?
Because we did a recent TXTX and Hypen reaction. We were talking about. Sorry. Holiday Hour reaction on live stream, and I was dissecting her ults, which is Jimin and Hobie.
We talked about.
And but I already knew that. I already guessed that.
We didn't talk about Dancing with the Stars.
I was basically saying why she loves Hobie and why she loves Jimin.
Yeah, that's
and
what
so
we're talking
basically performance-wise, I
always
initially
Hobie.
said it's Hobie.
Okay,
So
yeah.
I already
You know how
You threw me off then.
You know how there is just some like factor about Val? There's just some like X factor about Hobie when he dances that I just melt.
Okay.
And I mean, I feel like that about Jimin, like when but there's just something different and special about Hobie.
And you know, when during your practices the whole time, he's gonna grab you and be like ba 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 ba, and you'll be like ba.
And
then you have to pretend you're in love with it.
and he would be like this.
pretend. I don't think pretend's the word.
And you know what? I think Hobie wouldn't get as mad at me when I mess up in practice.
Or he might be like,
yeah, he's like, yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah, I actually think he would be more strict than Jimin.
and I think Jimin would be like, 그만하자.
Yeah.
Jimin would be like,
yes, I agree. I would 100% agree.
그냥 한 잔.
Yeah, and then he would want to have a drink, and he's like, let's drink.
And then later she'd be like, okay, like you know.
Yeah. But the reason why I picked Jimin just now because you were talking about how because before when she talked about Dancing with the Stars, she talked about how much she actually really loves like what is it, the Viennese waltz or something.
Viennese waltz and
then
contemporary are my
she
favorite.
just said that she would love and contemporary, and then she just said that contemporary and the waltz and stuff, Jimin, and that's why I was like, oh, because those are her favorite dances.
But you know what? Part of why, like besides like me seeing Hobie perform is like my has a little extra.
Anyway, I'm done here.
Has a little extra oomph, but because I feel like I would need more guidance in the other styles, I feel like Hobie, I need him more for that. And I feel like watching Jimin do that, I would not be able to focus. I would just be like, I'd be watching him be a beautiful fairy dancing, and I'd be like, I can't do this. I mean, I would do that.
Okay, anyway, okay.
I would get distracted by Hobie too.
Okay. Well, anyway, that was fun. I knew that was gonna be a really good.
That was
really, really good
fun.
question.
I hope you guys enjoyed our
But
first
it was a
episode.
Great question.
Yeah, but we have to end the episode. It's almost 2 hours. If you made it to this far in episode 1, thanks for still being here.
Thanks for listening,
Yeah,
and thanks
thanks
for
for
watching
listening.
our audio and visual listeners.
You can follow us on all social media on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube at the PAKCST.
Actually recorded our first TikTok today during this episode,
Yep.
but it should already be up by our pilot episode. And we're learning TikTok today, so please, guys,
So we will see you guys next Friday.
in the next episode,
CST!
And now, starting.
Oh god, I'm not slouching too much.
Am I slouching?
Is it recording? Do you see a
red button?
It's on?
I mean a red
Yes.
dot.
Alright. Okay.
Podcast! I would say podcast. Howdy ho.
Take good final.
This is the final. Okay.
Oh, this is so cute.
Are you gonna stay here while we podcast?
Episode 1 preparation. Our guest has fallen asleep.
Dolly was the uninvited guest.
No, don't do that, Okay, so,
I don't forgot what I'm about to say.
oh, sorry, no. Welcome to the podcast.
Welcome to the podcast.
Okay, so it's Christy and Silvia time. Welcome to the podcast. Episode 1.
Episode 1 with me, your special guest, Roseae.
Yeah. All right, and
Does
here
this
we go.
look awkward if I'm holding a pillow?
Yeah, that's it.
No,
All right.
I think you hold it.
No, I'm not gonna put it here. I'm just seeing how I look.
Hi, there, it's Christy.
And Sylvia time. Welcome to the podcast. Episode 1.
Oh, I forgot.
Oh, there's hair on my lips.
Episode 1
With our special guest.
Our sister,
Roseae.
Okay. Come on over, baby.
You know how there is just some like factor about Val?
I was like editing my Christmas vlog. She's like, watch Val, watch
She did
Val.
the same to
I don't
me.
even know who Val is. Check out
These
our
old
TikTok.
millennials
Yeah,
are learning TikTok.
Check out our TikTok on the podcast and on YouTube at.
No,
We have to do it again.
Okay.
Again.
Yeah.
CST. That's our outro. We're still learning.
We're gonna get better.
But
at
what I
this.
wanted to say really quick is
the PAKCST at
no.